Hockey right here on Rogers TV. It's time for Game Notes, and gentlemen, it was a very busy summer. Lots of stories coming out of the OHL and the CHL. Brad, let's take a look right now at the CHLPA. The players are looking to form. Good, bad idea. What's your opinion on it?
Well, I'm kind of indifferent on it right now because the players, they do have the 4 years of paid education, which, you know, we obviously know is a benefit right now as prices of school go up year after year. But it's also a little bit difficult for them because most teenagers are working at their age, making some money, and they're only getting $50 a week. Yeah, they're playing what they love, the sport of hockey, but $50 for them, trying to save up to possibly, you know, get a better job, go get a house or something. For players who don't make the next jump into the NHL or the AHL, it's kind of an unfortunate event, but they do have benefits and a little bit, I guess, unbenefits for both of them.
This is one of those situations, Brad, where the CHLPA just showed up out of the blue. George Laraque gets named, and me growing up in Windsor, a union town, usually you have to elect your union leader, just like the NHL does. And all of a sudden, we've got George Laraque who's in charge. I'm not saying he's going to do a good or bad job, but you know, I kind of question maybe the thought process of putting this thing together. I could see some ex-OHL players, and Brad, you mentioned talking about the package of going to school after the OHL if you don't make it to the next level, but I'm still torn, and I want to read more into what this CHLPA is all about.
Yeah, especially what it's all about. And you look at the pros and the cons of it. Brad, you mentioned some of the cons, Enrico. I know some of the players are even on both sides of the fence. Some of them want it, some of them don't want it.
I think it's all about clarity right now. As Brad mentioned, it's in its infancy, and really, we don't really know what the CHL wants. There's another case of, you know, the Habs, where the big market teams in the OHL or across the CHL are making more money, like the Londons and Kitcheners. Then you've got a team like the Owen Sound Attack who maybe can't compete money-wise. So do the packages for schooling after the OHL differ, or do you make it a level playing field? You mentioned the $50. I'm not sure if that's an across-the-board thing or extra incentive for the big market teams for players.
And Brad, you can look at, you know, they are getting $50 a week, but the guys that do make it to that next level, you look at a guy like Taylor Hall. He just signed a 7-year, $42 million contract to Jordan Eberle out of the Western Hockey League. These are guys that if they do make it, they do make the multi-million dollars. And when you look at them in junior hockey, all their hockey stuff's paid for. It's just kind of that, what else are they going to do, you know, in their social life?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know what the odds are exactly of your chances of making the NHL or making that next level, but it is so slim that I think these players, and George Laraque came to these players saying, listen, we want to try to help you guys, nothing against the CHL, but we want to try to help you guys that looking down the road, you're not stuck financially. So I think this might be a good idea for the players, but at the same time, like Rico said, it's in its infancy, so we can't really make too many remarks right now.
Now the other big story out of the OHL, the Windsor fines $400,000, 5 draft picks given up. Rico, just touch on this one.
It's a charge right now, and the Windsor Spitfire organization have filed an appeal. It's a charge against, you know, maybe giving a little extra or illegal things during the draft, or getting players to come play for in this case, the Windsor Spitfires. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this one there, but Brad, they lose a lot of draft picks if they do get charged with this.
Well, it is such a big statement by David Branch, but we saw all last year the statements he made with suspensions, and he's having no problem doing it this one. Like you mentioned, $400,000, 3 first-round draft picks, and 2 second-round draft picks. Windsor's definitely paying the price, and for something that they did, I think they do deserve it. It's going to force other teams to say, all right, there's not even taking a chance on this. You don't want to get caught. David Branch did it well, saying, here it is, here's your punishment, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, David Branch definitely setting down the law on that, making a big statement. The first-round picks really hurt a team. Windsor looking to make a bid for the Memorial Cup in a couple of seasons. Does this hurt their bid because you don't have those high picks to get those young players?
On the flip side, you go back to the Taylor Hall draft. Taylor Hall, Ryan Ellis, Jesse Blacker, Garrett Wilson, all in one draft. So the Windsor Spitfires are doing something right when it comes to draft prospects. So you may lose those first rounders, those gems, but I still think Windsor can still be competitive. And why not give it a shot for the Memorial Cup?
Well, it was an exciting summer, and I'm sure it'll be an exciting season here for the OHL. That's all for Game Notes. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with more Owen Sound Attack Hockey on Rogers TV.